They have so much fight, in fact, that I think it's going to get down to the wire. It's going to be, kicks are 2 points, right?
3. Why am I discussing this with you when you have to ask me that question?
They're going to win.
What the fuck? You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm D.respect.
You got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
I'm from New York, you know what I mean? We like to eat out here, you know?
You gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm done.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're doing the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there. You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm a sick D.respect. What's up?
If you guys are listening to iTunes, rate and subscribe and rate and review. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good night.
They're really phoning it in this week, aren't they, folks?
Oh, these guys are shit. You know, I like this show. This show was better in the past. You know what I'm saying? When they were like they were in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? They were just two guys, you know, talking. Now they do this shit. They just ad lib. You know, they really don't know what they're talking about. Just two dummies. They talk about sports. Then they'll talk about anime. You know, D.respect calls Dom dumb. Dom calls D.respect dumb. Sports. They talk about gym, but they're both fat. You know, fuck that, man. Listen to this shit.
Why am I listening to this shit anyway?
Just dumb. Yo, what are you eating?
I'm eating pretzels.
Regular cheesy pretzels.
Nah, just the rolled gold pretzels. Less.
You know, that's one of those.
What was that?
That's one of those snacks I hated as a kid. I just didn't understand. Like, I would try it every once in a while because I'd see adults eating it, and then I'd be like, "Why do you assholes like this shit?" And I get it now. I've been converted, especially if they have a cheesy flavor to them.
No.
Ooh, yeah, man. Throw some cheesy salt on there, some MSG.
No.
I mean, I'm on it.
No. So you're probably the sort of person that takes popcorn and puts hot sauce on it too, right?
No.
Okay.
What do I look like?
Jamaican? Ketchup on white rice?
No.
No? Okay.
My roommate puts... I got to whisper in case he's listening.
Okay.
My roommate puts ketchup on rice and peas.
Ketchup on rice and peas. Not
Rice
and beans.
The Jamaicans say peas. I don't know why.
Peas and rice.
We say beans. We say rice and beans. You guys say peas and rice?
No, I thought it was. I didn't think it was rice and peas. I thought it was peas and rice.
Nah, man.
Peas on rice. Peas on rice.
No? You ever eat pupusas?
No, but you've always asked me about this fucking pupusas place in New York City.
Just go eat some pupusas.
I'm not a foodie, sir.
Just eat some pupusas.
And I'm not a foodie, not a fucking hipster. I don't walk around New York City and eat at places just so I can say I ate at places, you know?
That's not why I go to... That's partially the reason, so that I can brag to people and say, oh, you know, I did eat at Jeepney last time I was in Manhattan, and Momofuku, because, you know, I frequent the Vice sub channel Munchies, and they featured these restaurants.
Meanwhile, he's in the back of some dive bar, some piece of shit dive bar.
Yes, actually. Have you seen restaurants where they have you been seeing restaurants where they take where it's like, I don't want to make this a race thing, so I'm not going to mention the race. Okay. But you'll know what I'm talking about.
By the way, I have no idea how this was ever connected to race. When you started to ask me a question about restaurants, I don't know how that was going to be connected to race, but go ahead.
Have you seen hipsters coming into your neighborhood and making restaurants where they...
No, not yet. That hasn't happened yet. It's happened in my original neighborhood, but it hasn't happened here.
Listen, man, we got these Platinos, and you know, I spent about 6 months in the DR. You know, I learned all about it. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to stay authentic to the taste and the flavor.
I don't mean to offend you either. I mean, because I don't want to offend you. But
I just want to stay true to the taste. You tell me, okay, if the taste isn't good.
Mm-hmm. One person comes to the restaurant and says they don't like it, even though the food is good, and he just shuts the whole thing down, has a breakdown.
I disgrace the Dominican culture.
By the way, I'm fine with that stuff. Like, I really don't give a fuck about appropriation, man. I really, in any sense.
Neither
I
do
think it's all art, man. It's all fair game. And for someone to like For someone to like come into a neighborhood and say like they want to take on Haitian cuisine or something, I'm like, good. Let more people experience it.
But what exactly
You know what I
is Haitian cuisine?
Just same shit
Rocks
as like
and water. What is it? I seriously don't know what Haitian
malaria medication. No, it's just, of course you got rice and beans, man. Of course you got this shit called sauce pois, which is basically, you know how like in a lot of Latin American cultures you get black beans and you just mash that shit up into a sauce.
They do a lot of that in Ecuador. A lot of South American countries. They do that.
Haitians they're crazy about it. Every time you eat white rice, sauce pois all over it. You get sauce pois out of lima beans, which is it's so fucking good, man. You can get sauce pois from green peas and pour that over some rice. That shit'll fuck you up on the toilet.
And it all comes mashed up like baby food.
Yeah. It's not as lumpy. Yeah, it's not as lumpy as the South American type stuff. Like their beans will be intact. Like they'll have the watery bean sauce, but the beans in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But like the Haitian one's just all mashed up. Anyway, you get that. This stuff called maimoulé, which is like
Safase mamboulé.
What the fuck?
It's just a little something I got in the arsenal here, my friend. That's it.
Shut up.
Just a little something I got in the arsenal there.
You know what cornmeal?
What was that?
You know what cornmeal is, right? It's
cornmeal,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. So they put a bunch of water in it and turn it into like this. You ever had fufu, like this African dish?
No.
God damn it! How do I describe maimoulé? It's like this. It's like this. If you can think of the consistency of like quinoa, but if it was like somehow congealed, I guess into like if it was more wet. Do you know what I'm getting at?
I think you connected two words that our listeners might not be able to put together. First of all, not sure if half these fucks have even they know what quinoa is or have ever tasted quinoa, and then you use a word like congealed. When connecting those two words together, the Double D's audience is now lost, and we have to get them back somehow.
What are these guys fucking talking about? Shit?
Congealed and quinoa. I'll tell you, look, quinoa is
I hated it.
I just don't like the crunchiness of it. It's like you're eating seeds. You know, yeah. I would much more prefer something like couscous. Couscous.
I don't like couscous either, man. If I'm gonna eat fucking rice, I'm gonna eat rice, man. I don't want none of this extra shit.
It's a little softer. It's lighter. It's
if I want rice, I'm gonna eat rice. Okay, you fucking sit over there with your fucking quinoa. I don't give a fuck.
Have you ever gotten used to eating brown rice?
No, but my favorite kind of rice though is that jasmine, that Indian stuff, the really light, flaky rice. Mm-hmm. That shit is fucking destroy it. But let me finish the thing about Haitian food. Okay. Just a few more things. This potato salads, like with the beets and the carrots in it, like I told you about last time with the onions. That's part of it. Grilled pork dishes, grilled beef, grilled chicken. Not so big on the curries, but I mean that's pretty much it. That's Haitian cuisine, dog. Oh, of course, plantains everywhere, all the time.
Just like the broken dicks, it's just about in every other direction.
Fried plantain everywhere. People pissing on my food and they just don't care.
By the way, I am an honorable man, and I do want to say.
What was it? Say what? Wait, hold on. First. Okay. The crowd. I want them to die down. All right, enough.
All right, quiet down. All right.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Kneel before dawn.
Oh, okay. All right. I am an honorable man.
Wait. Kiss the finger. That's not my finger, buddy.
I couldn't tell the difference.
You slave. All right.
Okay, got him. I am an honorable man, and I can admit when I failed, when I have been defeated. So I've eaten crow before, and I'll eat it again. But I am now speaking to the Obama champion of the Double D's podcast. Round of applause for him, I guess.
There was no question, all right?
Yeah.
I'm like walking. You may stand now. You may stop groveling at my feet.
All right, back up on my feet.
I'm like Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator right now. I'm like, yes, I know I was the greatest. Come at me, all you fucks who say that I'm not good at impressions. I'll destroy you any day on this court.
We'll figure something out during the course of this podcast. I'm sure it'll come up. There'll be something, and when that something comes up, D's gonna get you.
All right, sure.
We're not gonna force it. We're not gonna force it, but it's just
Tom Brady right now. Oh, I like sports.
Deflate. Yeah, that one. Deflate that one. That ball. That one right there. Take the air out. I don't know.
He's standing there as they're manufacturing the footballs in Malaysia. Right. He goes out there in the football factory. No, this one, okay.
Dom, you hear that music that just rose from the background, Dom?
Okay.
Eagles, Dom. Eagles.
But they're not playing though.
Soaring all over you.
It's the Patriots.
The Eagles, Dom. Eagles.
It's the Seahawks.
Eagles are symbolism for man things, and wherever there's an eagle,
I thought the Seahawks were going to play though.
No, listen, a Seahawk is a bird that I know very little about, but an eagle is a symbol of this country. It is a symbol of patriotism. It is a symbol of anti-terrorism. It is a symbol of the United States winning and prevailing. Above all, Eagles, my friend, Eagles. And this Sunday,
a symbol of
this Sunday, we will have the Super Bowl between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. The New England Patriots, 14-4. The Seattle Seahawks, 14-4. Both have exactly the same record. The number one seeded teams on both sides of the conference.
Let me put my headphones down while I go take a nap. Continue.
Will meet in Phoenix, Arizona. Correction, Glendale, Arizona. Are there any people out there in Double D's land from Glendale?
No.
All right? 51 weeks of the year, you mean nothing. Right now, you mean something. Cherish this moment. The Super Bowl is tomorrow. We want to hear your predictions in the comment section below. Of course, assuming that any of you fucks even watch football, enjoying man things like eagles soaring. You hear that, Dom? Eagles. They're everywhere.
You know what those eagles mean for me is me standing in a Super Bowl party and looking at all the cute girls and wondering how I can get a chance to talk to them. And when I do, it's like, okay, make a joke. All right, you got her to laugh. Okay, just chill. Don't look at her too much. Okay, just let her talk. Let her talk about her dumb job. Okay, now make one more joke. All right, that was too much jokes. All right, now chill. All right, don't say anything anymore. Okay. She looked at you again. Okay, say something about her. All right, try and get a comment in. Okay. All right, now go away. You've been talking to her too much. Go eat some food and come back to her in 20 minutes if another dude isn't talking to her. Okay.
So you're counting down the moments before you can play Kids Bop. When everything quiets down and everything's in a commercial break, you turn on Kids.
They're making a controversial call or something like that. It's like, is it good or not? The ref's on the field.
Dom, enough. All right? Enough of the detours. My prediction, this Sunday, 6:30 p.m. on NBC, Super Bowl XLIX. All right? You figure that out, all right? You went to
35.
college. All right? You went to college. It's not 35.
35.
No, it's not.
What is it for real? 48?
No.
No. Let's do this right now. XLIXX?
49. Okay.
Why'd you...
Oh, maybe it's not. No, yes, it's 49. Anyway, back to the predictions. Okay? My prediction for this Sunday will be that the New England Patriots will go into Arizona and execute a perfect game plan. Not only will they defeat the Seattle Seahawks, but they will beat them by a margin of 28 to 10. Okay? 28 to 10 is the score. The MVP of the game will be Julian Edelman. Okay?
Is Marshawn Lynch on Seahawks?
Yes, he's on the Seahawks.
He's been getting so much press lately, man.
Yes, he's
He's
has.
been doing a shit ton of commercials.
Your prediction.
My prediction, okay? I know what you guys think, all right? I know you're sitting there. You're walking around, walking your dog or whatever, doing your homework, your dumb class you don't care about. You think that I'm going to go against with D.respect. You think I'm going to go for the opposing team just because that would make great radio here. It'll make great podcast, right? but I'm not, okay? Because I don't want the Seahawks to win. They won last year, okay? I like an underdog. In this case, even though I understand the Patriots to be a really good team, I understand that the Seahawks won last year. Actually, I know that they won. They won really well last year.
Yes,
They're cocky.
Yes, they did.
All right? They're cocky. They think they're going to win again. Yeah, let's get number 2. No, you're not going to get a second ring. So, boom. I think the Patriots are going to win. But I will go against your number.
Okay.
You say 28-14?
10.
10, that's too much.
Okay.
That's too much. They have a lot of fight in them, okay?
Okay.
They have so much fight, in fact, that I think it's going to get down to the wire. It's going to be, kicks are 2 points, right?
3. Why am I discussing this with you when you have to ask me that question?
They're going to win.
What the fuck?
What's football again? All right, I'm like so confident though. My stupid opinion.
They score home runs, don't they?
The Patriots are gonna win by 3 points.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's not gonna be 28 though. It's gonna be something like 14-17. 17-14. I mean. But it's gonna be by 1 kick. It's gonna be very close. It's not gonna be a landslide.
Okay. All right. Well,
let's
the
MVP.
Okay.
MVP will be Tom Brady because I can only think of 3 people who are playing.
Tom Brady MVP. Well, let's see. So you have the what's the final score?
17-14.
The 17-14 Patriots.
Yes.
Okay, Patriots win. Okay. Okay. Pretty close game. Look, I would like to see the game that you've predicted. Because that would be,
you want to see a fight, man.
It'd be a fight, but I have a feeling that Bill Belichick, he's gonna be upset. This whole deflate thing. You get upset when you're accused of being a cheater again and again and again. So I think they're gonna pull it off.
Do you think they're gonna have any Deflategate commercials?
Yeah, it's gonna be Tom Brady.
Dorito Gate. That's funny.
It's gonna be Tom Brady just standing there, just delegating to all the ball boys and say, "No, the one on the right. Yeah, take the air out of that one." And put it in the car. You know, he's got that Bostonian accent. Car. Yeah. Tom Brady is not from. I think he's from Michigan. He's not from Massachusetts, folks.
He's just
he's
white. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Jim Florentine ruined Super Bowl commercials for me, man. Fuck it out. He's like, you think that's funny? The Doritos, and the Dorito commercials. Yeah. Fucking Florentine. You know what I saw? I saw the Miss Universe pageant the other day. It was a Sunday, and I was walking out to take the trash, and I just looked over, and I saw this shit, and the first thing that struck me was an anger so deep and pure, because I want you guys to think about this. What is embedded in this title of Miss Universe? Do you know what they're saying?
This is the greatest woman on earth.
No,
in all the
no,
universe, I'm sorry.
Yes, you have to. That is very important. You had the universe. It's not Miss Planet or Miss Earth, which I could understand. Which is crazy even to think. It's like, what about some? All right, there aren't any hot chicks in the Amazon jungle because they all have like no dental plans and they all just sit around tattooing themselves and being bitten by fire ants. So okay, that's probably. But anyway, they're saying like of all like the cosmic possibilities of different humanoid life forms that might be out there, that this is the most beautiful creature. They're saying that like these women are even prettier than like cosmic star formations and black holes that just suck light itself cannot escape from them. All these like the galaxy itself, like these women are more prettier than that.
Yes.
They're, like, and I just imagine like some cosmic being made of light just comes down right after Columbia wins and just like banishes her. Like, oh yeah, you weren't the winner, it was me all along.
Is that what you were thinking while you were watching this?
Yeah, I watched it for like 2 minutes. I just got too angry. Because the other thing is like, what are we really rewarding them for again? It's like, okay, I get it. If we were like, they have nice bodies, sure, but you know that shit's genetic. It's mostly genetic. Come on, dude. You know, They couldn't get fat if they tried, these chicks.
So we're rewarding them for something that they have no control over.
Exactly. I mean, sure, they clean up nice, and they have them, but those fucking makeup ladies do that to them. They're born with that shit. That's like fucking, like, just compare this shit to like Michael Jordan, man. Like, really. You like, he had to, obviously he is like he has a basketball body. Born, what was he, like 6'8" or something?
Michael Jordan was about 6'6", I believe.
But that shit is useless unless you train for a fucking... I mean, the amount of sweat and blood that has to go into that. Practicing your jump shot for your 50,000 hours or whatever. It's like just in comparison to like these people who are just... Like you're just standing there. I'll even give you... Like these bodybuilders guys, they're in the gym 5-6 hours a day to try and get big or something. But I think that shit's stupid too. But I mean like... But this shit, I mean... Okay, they're probably going to the gym, maintaining their bodies... and all that stuff, but you know, it comes down to the face. It comes down to the shit that they were born with. They come out of the womb looking like this.
Right. What was the analysis that Malcolm Gladwell did on hockey players? I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I read some of Outliers.
Right.
He said it was something like analysis. I know his reasoning for stuff that, like, why guys like Wayne Gretzky might be the best is because they had certain environmental advantages, such as being born in a season where they have like more time to spend practicing than other kids. So by the time they get in, they just have more opportunities. Is that what you were referring to?
Well, with the hockey players, it was. It was a thing where certain hockey leagues, I think the cutoff point is the last day of the year. Wait. It has something to do with age. I think the age limit is about 21, right?
Yeah, that's like I was saying. Though, if you're born in like a certain month that's like before the cutoff date, you have extra time.
Okay, yeah.
You could theoretically have a whole year and have like that much more like. You're like practicing in like a 16-year-old body versus a 15-year-old.
Right, there's a very big difference at that age.
Like deep puberty instead of like pre or mid puberty or something like that.
Right. Yeah, forgive me. I was just I was searching online because I wanted to give the viewers some context. If you guys aren't familiar with who Malcolm Gladwell is, Malcolm Gladwell's he's a journalist. He's a best-selling author, and he's
fucked up hair.
Yeah,
he's fuzzy as shit.
It's like Sideshow Bob. He's also the guy who famously made the 10,000 hour theory that it takes about roughly 10 years to get really good at something, which makes up about 10,000 hours. So, you know, he's just a person who seems to be fascinated with excellence, fascinated with success, fascinated what gives certain people the edge, and he's not really a fond believer in just regular old stereotypes. He also has this theory that I'm not sure where the connection is about why he said Asians are good at math. He said that it dealt with rice.
Why did he? No, wait.
This sounds very racist.
Let me take a shot at it. Imagine he has a very soft voice. Imagine you're holding a bowl of rice. You're not just gonna eat it. You have to count the grains beforehand. Was that his theory? Is that they count the rice before they eat it?
I don't know what it was, but if you stop the sentence right there, it sounds incredibly racist.
Yeah,
Malcolm Gladwell thinks Asians are good at math because of
voice
rice.
Of this quiet liberal man is just saying,
Yes.
You don't hear super racist things from guys like that. You know what I mean? It's like they're clearly inferior. Yeah, just look at them. Mm-hmm. This is Malcolm Gladwell at NPR.
Of course, it all comes back to NPR radio.
That's what. Yeah, he does like This American Life, like Radio Lab, and all that shit. That's their shit, man.
Oh, he's on NPR.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Radio Lab.
I thought this was you just shitting on.
No, not at all. That's his shit. Him, Sarah Koenig, and Robert Krulwich.
Okay.
Have you listened to Radio Lab? It's very good.
No, I have not.
If you listen to this shit, turn off our podcast. Go listen to that.
No.
Fuck you. Unsubscribe too while you at it. Don't give a fuck.
Do not. Yeah, so I'm not going to go and look into what the theory is about rice because, you know, we're live on the podcast right now, so I'm not going to do that. And you all know that the Double D's podcast, we do not edit anything out. This is straight forward. This is real time. This is everything. And if I take, 5 minutes researching this shit, then this is gonna be no fun to listen to. But I'm sorry, we took a huge detour there. But Miss Columbia, she won Miss Universe.
And of course she's beautiful. Of course, all that stuff. If you look at this roster of women, though, they all look the fucking same, except for some of them, like, who was it, Denmark or something? I don't fucking know. Some of them look like grandmas, but, like, they all look the fucking same. So, like, the long, perfect bodies. It's like, what are we teaching our women about standards of beauty in this country? All right? And about size acceptance. I'm not completely in that camp either, but I think I absolutely do believe it's just like it's super unrealistic, and like I don't know what we are like what the point of this shit is. Like, why are we rewarding them? Like, okay, you're fucking hot, I get it.
This is just one of those old things that we just won't won't let go of. Jay, just like the Super Bowl, it's just one of these things that not everybody agrees with that we should glorify. I mean, I'm sure there's people at home who sit around and they mope at the idea of 22 guys, pounding the shit out of each other with helmets on.
The shit out of each. Are you serious?
Hey, you never know. This is America. America. This is America. This is the day that we live in, where everybody's ultra sensitive about everything. So I'm pretty sure there's people out there that just think football's just a barbaric sport. There's no grace to it. There's no science to it. There's none of that. I'm sure there's a science to what these ladies do, but from the outside looking in, it just looks like a bunch of underfed chicks who have no real talents, and but of course I could be wrong about that, but I choose not to get involved in this stuff. I do want to say that I'm randomly clicking on these ladies here, and I find myself on Miss Ghana's page, right? Okay. If you click on Miss Ghana's picture, she looks like Lupita Nyong'o, I think. They give a bio, and I'm skimming through the bio, and I laugh because I saw that's her philosophy, period. So I went back in the sentence and I saw, strive hard to achieve your goals no matter what the circumstances. That's fine. But I think the most common thing that's always been known about all these Miss America, Miss Universe things is that these women are dumber than a bag of hammers. Yeah. That's always been the thing. It's kind of a cop-out to lay out what her life philosophy is. I want to hear her say it. I want to hear her articulate this. I want to hear her tell me, strive hard to achieve your goals no matter what the circumstances. If somebody like Ghana, would that be their
not at all.
How would somebody from Ghana be?
It would be something
strive hard to achieve.
Strive hard to achieve your goals no matter what the circumstances.
Yeah, there you go. I want to hear her say that. All right.
But I mean, you know what's fucked up, man? What's really intimidating and scary is when you see a woman who's super gorgeous like that, who looks like she just like people are gonna give her everything in the world just for looking like that, and you find out she has like a PhD in fucking neurophysics or some shit.
I'm sure.
And she's funny and she's chill. That's it's like you win. Okay, you got it. You got everything. Fine, you see a dude like that who looks like a supermodel, and he's like, oh no, and you think I'm some super dumb guy, right? Like, nah, super smart, super successful, just chill,
cause
funny.
and effect. So cause and effect. You find this guy. What do you do with him?
I should get fucking mad. Just look at him. He's like, fine, you won. You got everything. Yeah, go ahead. No, this is an argument that comedians have with guys like most comedians are not attractive people. Right. Like, I'm talking about the males, okay? Most of them are not attractive guys, and they'll consistently talk about like, I wasn't cool in high school. That's why I do this shit. I was a fucking nerd, and that's why I turned into this thing. I turned to comedy because they accepted me, and I was able to just get out all my frustrations about being an outsider. But then you get guys like Anthony Jeselnik who are just like classically just handsome dudes. Like, girls love them, and it's like, and when they do really well, people are like dude, okay, like, why are you here? Like, why do you try and fit in with all these misfits and all that shit? Like, what was your purpose for doing that stuff?
But Anthony Jeselnik is supposed to be unlikable. His act, no matter
right.
what, he's not asking you to like him or relate to him. He's not Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
he's
but
not,
at the same
he's
time,
not killing
they
it
are
with the
seeking
self.
approval. Like, you're always seeking approval.
No, I don't think so. Kevin Hart, Louis C.K., self-deprecation, which is what is self-deprecation is what sells as far as comedy. These are the two biggest comedians on either side. Whether you want to divide it and say black and white, nobody's bigger and more. What's the word I want to use? Prolific? No, that's not the word I want to use.
You know what? Ubiquitous, I think, is the word you want.
Ubiquitous.
And I just here's how my brain works, guys. I just pulled this word out of my head, and I got to make sure that it's the right word I want. Ubiquitous meaning present, appearing, or found everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, that's the word.
That would seem.
Yes, but believe it. Push and believe.
That would seem to apply on both sides. Anthony Jeselnik is just sheer assholeness. I want to be an asshole. I want to be cute. Cute.
Because he doesn't have this
regarding,
smug smile after he says shit.
No,
I
want to be cute. I want to be clever. Which it doesn't always work. I used to watch the Jeselnik Offensive, which was his show on Comedy Central.
Yeah, I used to watch a little bit of that.
Which was cool. But then I heard him on stand-up, and in that same format, it just doesn't. It's like chocolate is fine when you have chocolate in small doses, or even if you could change up the texture and eat chocolate with some walnuts or some almonds. But when you have chocolate all the way through, it starts to lose its luster. So when you listen to Anthony Jeselnik straight through on a stand-up, it just doesn't have the same effect. The best that you can get from Anthony Jeselnik is a roast. That's just like what he's made for. That's what he's made for.
Yeah, he just fries people, and just the look on his face. I think one of his greatest attributes in the roast is like you can just feel that he's not. That he at least looks like he does not even give a fuck how it's received. No. And it's just like the worst shit, just like boom, hits him with it. And it's just like he's looking down at his paper like I didn't even give a fuck. And when he smiles or if he laughs about it, it's like it's like that prototype douchebag, like ultimate representation of a douche who's just like, yeah, like I said that shit to you. Like just calm about it.
Yeah, that's exactly how it has to be. I mean, Lupe Fiasco made a song called "Crack" with Chris Brown, right? I think it dropped like maybe last year or some shit like that. Lupe, in an interview, he said, "I made this song called Crack," and people ask me, "What's that about? What's the significance behind that?" He said, "It's a song about crack." I made the song. Now, it depends how you want to feel about it. Does it make you want to smoke crack? Does it make you love me? Does it make you want to do crack? Does it make you, am I saying something negative? Like, he was like, I don't care. But I'm going to make a song about crack. Some people like crack. I'm just going to make a song about it.
Why is he so defensive about it?
The tone in which I'm saying it sounds offensive, but it wasn't. He was just, I guess he was just describing just being detached from the outcome. Just being detached from the outcome, and it's look, I put it out. That's it. That's all I can worry about. That's all I can worry about. Just fucking do it, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, I just want to mention real quick. Because I was going to mention this when I said the thing about Miscano. Now, I don't know if Dom's seen this, but this to me is one of the greatest clips on the internet, and is a true jewel. And it's always given me so much pleasure. So I want to pass it on to you guys. Okay. In 2007, Miss Teen USA took place, right?
Oh,
Miss South Carolina. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Miss South Carolina was asked a question about that
how
most Americans how a large percentage of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a map. So she was then asked, how would you solve this situation, or why is it? Yeah. And her answer was, saying that maybe some people out there just don't have access to maps. We need to get the maps. And she kept, for some reason, I guess she used this to sound smarter. Maybe her coach, told her to say this. It makes you sound smarter. She kept saying "such as," but she was using "such as" incorrectly throughout her entire speech. She was like,
her coach was like, "Don't say
Brittany, you gotta say such as instead.
Maybe that's it. It was like and such as I'm gonna put that.
Furthermore, henceforth.
Moreover,
Thusly.
moreover, people write that, but no one ever says more. If I ever hear someone say moreover, I'm gonna punch that guy in his fucking face. I've never heard
What does
anyone
that mean
say
again?
that.
It's like etc. It's like it's an addition, right? Moreover.
But it's
Moreover, her tits were quite large.
you don't say that. It's like people who say "pardon me." Like it's too formal. It's too formal to say something like that. Just don't do it. It's like shaking my hand on a football field. You don't do it. Eagles.
Get that shit out of here. It's fucking the Seahawks. Get out of here. There's too many of them. There's too many Eagles. Fuck. He's special ed over here. I want to use the word henceforth next time I'm in bed with a woman. Like, henceforth, you shall touch me in my nether regions.
Eagles. All right. I apologize. Okay. So we're back on track now. And I'm sorry.
This is track. This is back on track. This is it.
This is the track. This is the wheelhouse right here.
Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast.
Okay. So you, sir, your opinion would be that Miss Columbia was the hottest chick, or
I didn't say no, man. No. You got to give me some time back with the contestants. You got to let me get back in the site
because you didn't see everybody.
Through www.missuniverse.com/member/contestants. I'll put it in the show notes. But I didn't see all of them.
Okay, for Daddy's money. Okay.
Now you're making me choose.
Okay. We'll put in Daddy's. Then we'll get off this, but we'll put in Daddy's money on the line here.
Yeah.
Daddy's gonna say, I'm gonna go with Gabon. Geographically,
you're back to the Gabon, huh? Really?
No. Took the rest of Gabon's pictures. No Gabon. Okay, gonna have to go with India. Yep, India.
I was gonna say that.
Fuck you. Listen, the meme isn't Dom and his Indian chicks. It's Dom and his white chicks. Go ahead and pick.
You're not gonna force
Miss
me to choose.
Georgia.
I am my own man.
Pick Miss Georgia, that pale bitch. Pick her.
You will not sway me.
Take a look at Miss Georgia, guys. I want you to go. I'm gonna put this link in the description below, right with the South Carolina video. Take a look at Miss Georgia. Okay, this is the epitome of this is what Dom imagines when he's in the gym and he's squatting to Shia chandeliers. He's doing it to appease this person here.
Christ.
Look, I can't even put this one on Dom. This chick is just so unappealing. It says, why is she here? Why is she here?
They had a quote. Dude, she is white.
Yeah, you gotta have some
seriously, she is like. Yeah. It's like that sickly. She looks like an ugly version of Jon Snow's girlfriend from Game of Thrones. Ygritte, I think her name was.
I mean, it's the same. If there was a chick who came out here like Grace Jones, if you remember who Grace Jones was.
Oh, yeah.
Grace Jones is just like the blackest chick I've ever seen in my life. She's so damn dark. It's like, ugh, nah. On either end, it's a no bueno. It's like, Jesus Christ, you're too fucking white. Jesus Christ, you're too damn dark. You guys should do some sort of fusion.
You know what? I'm going to pull this trigger right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull this trigger, and I don't think I'll regret my decision.
Okay.
I'm looking at Miss St. Lucia right now.
Okay.
Given some more time, I might change my. It's between that right now and Switzerland.
Okay. All right. You go ahead with that.
They both look the fucking same, St. Lucia and Switzerland. But yeah, all these girls look the fucking same. They're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
These ladies, just change the shade a little bit.
Well,
like one nose larger and some other shit. Okay.
Like and such as.
And so, some of those questions are hard though. To be fair,
it's difficult to put somebody in that position. I understand. I understand that you can become nervous, but I would imagine that some of these questions you were given some sort of an idea as to what the question was going to be about.
Here's a question for you. All right. Something I was thinking about the other day.
Such as?
When you were I legitimately want you to answer this like you're standing on stage. Like, you try and eliminate ums and give like a very smart opinion answer. Okay, smart opinion.
Because more often than not, I sound stupid. I got you. All right,
yes,
good.
So when d.respect, when you watch a YouTube video, does the amount of views that are on the video affect how you process it and like or dislike the video? If so, how?
Like and such as? No, I'm just kidding. Does it affect it?
Does it
I would
affect
say
your
no.
consumption of that video? You don't think so?
I would say...
You see a video that has 2 million views versus some shit that I made that has a 150?
Does that change? Does it change the way you see the video after you've seen it or before?
Before, during, after, all that shit.
Well, obviously, there's something to be said about a video that has 1 million views, and then if you see a video that has 400 views, what's more likely to get clicked? Obviously it's going to be the video that has the 1 million because you want to see what all the fuss is about. So you see a crowd of people, surrounded, taking a look at something, and then you see like 4 or 5 people standing around over there. You're going to go to where the crowd of people is because you want to see what all the fuss is about. Now, if you're watching the content, I don't think it changes anything for me because I understand the idea that just because something isn't as popular, it doesn't mean that it's any less than, than what is popular. And I have to give that answer. Because if I didn't give that answer, then what sort of integrity would I have? I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing this because, I wouldn't listen to the music that I listen to, which some of it isn't the most popular music in the world. I mean, look, I ride the subways every day, and I can tell you that 70% of the time when I can hear what somebody else is playing in their headphones, because sometimes I don't play any music. I don't play anything. Sometimes I just want to hear the sound of people breathing. I want to hear the train. I don't think you should always have music pumping in your ear.
Yeah, it's hard not to do that, man.
24/7.
I try not to.
Yeah, I honestly think your mind gets a little clouded when you're constantly feeding stuff into your eardrums. I think you should just give it a rest sometimes. But sometimes I try to give it a rest, right? So sometimes I can hear what other people are playing. And these days it's things like, I'm in love with the Coco. The most popular song, I think, here in New York City right now, it's all about the money.
How does that go?
It's all about the money, money. It's all about the money, money. It's by an artist named Manolo. There's a feature on it by Troy Ave. There's this big controversy whether the record belongs to Troy Ave because he kind of stole it from Manolo, but it's just a dumb song.
Nice message.
They sort of quote Drake in it, but anyway, so it's always that kind of music that's always playing, and meanwhile I'm probably listening to little homeboy Sandman. You know what I'm saying?
I love Sandman. That's my favorite comic book.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. You fucking asshole. Yeah. So I never really roll with what's popular just because it's popular. You know what I'm saying? But there is a thing though. I gotta say, okay, as far as popularity in rap music, I want to say that you do get. There's this thing that happens, even though we all want to be people of integrity and say that, this thing has 3 million, 13 million views. Oh, it's shit. There's something to be said when something is grilled to perfection. When something is done so right that you can't even dispute it. It's like, like sometimes when I'm on the train and Money Trees comes on and just that instrumental just rolls in and my whole body just heats up and it's like, there's something about that. There's something about when something is agreed upon by everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is fucking dope, man. Everyone, like, this is done right. You know what I'm saying? When you're at a movie theater, when you're watching a fucking Christopher Nolan movie, and it's like everybody's getting it. It's fucking complicated at the same time, but it fucking makes sense. And you're all sitting there, and you're like, man, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I get that too. But to answer your fucking question, I'm rambling too much. But I say that no.
Yeah, you. By the way, you got disqualified like 20 minutes ago.
There's a lot of ums. I don't.
All right, go on. Finish.
But yeah, it doesn't affect the way that, because some of my favorite videos and favorite content that maybe I've ripped off of YouTube are videos that, you know, have like like 5,000 views, stuff like that. So it's a, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, were you doing this? Were you watching your content, and then you were looking at other people's content? You were like, "Fuck that guy! He's got more views than me." Is that
all the time? It's impossible not to think that. I'm not gonna sit here and do this righteous shit where I'm like, I'm looking at. It's very hard to not look at people's content sometimes and be like, them? This? Really? Some pretty girl from Denmark is she's just gonna sit there in front of her cam and make shitty jokes like every other web blogger on this fucking site, and she started in October and just rolling in it, and me, I'm just sitting there, and I've worked so fucking hard. You know how many years I've put into every skill that I use on my site, just everything that I do, just the amount of time it took for me to be able to possibly do this, and just you could just be born looking a certain way, and you just rake in those views.
So this is how all her videos start. Hey guys, I like cats, and today we're gonna talk about cats. Like Snuggles, he's hiding under the bed right now, but he's just. I love Snuggles. One of the things that I hate about cats the most is like, oh my god, it's so like terrible. The laziest videos are the ones where people, you can always tell when somebody's like lazy at making content when they always see like top 10, like the top 10 things that I hate.
Because we love top 10s, right? We love this idea that I'm going to tell you when it's going to end because you have a shitty attention span anyway. You're not going to sit there till the end.
Hey guys. All right, go ahead.
Don't you hate it when... Yeah, but this girl is more from this camp. It's like this pseudo hipster thing where it's like I want to do comedy videos, obviously, but like I'm trying to pretend like I'm not that into them. I have big glasses. She's like, "Hey, what's going on, everybody?" Like, "Oh yeah, this video is about sex. Actually, no, it's not really about sex. Isn't that funny? Hey, look, I have a picture of this plant here. Oh my god, isn't that crazy? Oh yeah, look at this. It's like the little jump cuts, all that. But whatever. Look." The reality of it is that I'm not competing for those views. I could probably appeal to 5% of the people watching her videos. So you know what? It's this pie. I understand that there's pieces of it for everyone. I get that, but it's hard. It's hard for me. My first reaction to a lot of this shit is like, really this? Like, why do I work so hard? But it's a trap. It's a trap because you can't get stuck on views being your only measure of your success, because ultimately like you're never going to be super happy from that. It's just a number ultimately. I mean, really, if you connect with one person and communicate your ideas properly, and you do, like you said with Money Trees, like if you make that one thing perfectly the way you wanted it and you put it out there and just one person gets it, like you're way ahead of a lot of people. I'm talking like you're way ahead of guys who could be making shit that has like millions of views. Like you just don't know, man.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Comedians know what a hacky comedian is. A hacky comedian is, well, a hacky comedian can be different things. They can either just be the typical comedian that the observationally hacky comedian. It's like
men and women, am I right? Like it's corny.
Yeah, I was walking down the street the other day, and
guys who try to appeal to everyone. That's also a kind of hack. I understand. Yeah. It's like you don't really have integrity. Like you don't like take a stand on anything. Yeah,
Another hacky comedian thing is basically being needy and always asking the crowd for their participation. I mean, how many guys over here with girlfriends, huh? Yeah. And then 2 seconds later, it's
nobody.
How many guys from which by the way, as a performer, I am a bit of a hack myself, because when we did the meetup, the last meetup with Anthony Fantano,
you did it,
and. He was, I interviewed Cal, and Anthony was somewhere else, and and in between the time that Anthony came to the stage, I asked the crowd a couple questions, and I did that whole thing. I said, how many people, whatever, people rose their hands and everything like that. But hey, look, I'm not a comedian. I don't have a scripted act, and if I did, I wouldn't go on stage and do that. But anyway, so what are the characteristics of a hacky YouTuber? Like, what would you say are like the 3 main components that a YouTuber has to have to be cringeworthy? Now, this has nothing to do with whether they get views or not. Yeah. But normally, when they cover these 3 things, they're probably going to have like 500,000 subscribers. When they cover these things, what would you say they would be? Or it doesn't have to be 3; it could be 1, 2, 5.
It's a tough one, man. I can just pick out a few trends. It's like this style. I'm gonna pick on this style of editing where it's like you're talking and then boom, you just boom, boom, boom. Your points are coming out so fast, and it's this style of editing that was born of, I think, our understanding that the attention spans are short, so that people want to make videos that are like 3 minutes long. We got to get it done in 3 minutes. So it's like, oh, hey, joke over here. Hey, my name's Dom, everybody. How you guys doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. That cadence, that's hack to me. Okay. It's like you're not sitting there and having a discussion and just you're talking like a normal person. You have to cut everything. You're editing yourself down just too much. Super editing. So
that hack would basically be summed up as you're not speaking in you're not speaking in human delivery. It's edit almost after in between every sentence.
Yeah, okay. It's not because it's not natural. It's not them. It's like they're saying shit, boom, 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 and it's boom, and they don't seem to be confident enough in their ability to just talk and communicate and just be okay with whatever errors might come through. They just wanna present this idea of them being like this goofy YouTube comedian type person. You've seen these videos before. It's like they'll have like this tingly music playing in the background. You'll see it a lot with like teenage YouTubers, people who are trying to appeal to teenage girls very often. You'll get that. I also I think there are a lot of hacky Let's Players where it's like but again, like they appeal to a younger audience, but not just a younger audience, but like I would argue that they're like less thoughtful. It's like they want yelling and sort of explosions, like wow, oh my god, ah, ah, like that sort of shit. But then again, like I might have liked that stuff when I was 11. So like, is that still? Yeah, it is still hack. I'm gonna put my foot down.
I want to say that, to your point with the editing, I mean, I want to say that there's a YouTuber that sort of does that, but to me, he's really executed the idea of using editing sort of in that sporadic way, but he's almost created this unique delivery with the jump cuts. And it's always comedically on time, always. Are you familiar with Wheezy Waiter?
Yeah, no, Wheezy Waiter is not part of this conversation.
No.
This guy, if you watch one of his videos, like you will know, like a guy who's thought he's overthinks.
This guy's a comedy writer.
Cadence, writing, presentation materials, unique editing stuff, and just. He'll post stuff that it's just like it blows my mind. It's like wow, the idea was amazing, execution was amazing. He's not he's like at the king. He's like at the top of the mountain of jump cut editing. If you want to do that shit, you're gonna like. He's a guy you would look up to, and he's not. I feel like he's not emulating anyone, which is also one thing that I really appreciate is when you see someone and they're authentically trying to be themselves. They're blazing their own stupid path. It's like, even if it's something that no one else, like, I just appreciate the type of person who's like, I might have been influenced by these people, but really this shit that I'm doing, no one else is doing. I'm following my own shit. I think he's one of those people. Like, there are probably a lot of people, shit ton of people out there who are trying to be him, but yeah, that's not at all. I mean, like I would wish to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this next question is for Underwater Eddie. Okay, Eddie, it says that 43% of Americans only eat 2 ham sandwiches in a week. How would you change this figure, Eddie?
Yeah, that's a good question you asked me. Like, first off, before I answer that,
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you guys for having me out to this symposium. The real issue before I start answering this question in earnest is I would like to say also that these are not ham and cheese sandwiches that we're talking about.
The paper says ham and it says ham with cheese.
See, I wish you would have clarified that. It's different. Because that way, if we're talking about having cheese, these kids are also getting calcium in the bodies. But if we wanted to distribute more ham sandwiches, I think we should probably talk to Switzerland, which we have a trade agreement with.